Welcome, jewels of inestimable value. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. In the complex maze of human behavior, some individuals navigate with an air of serene confidence and purpose that leaves you wondering if they're operating on a different frequency. Enter the Sigma female, a force of nature whose presence commands attention without the need for theatrics. She's the one who blends into the background, yet her impact is undeniable. She's not here to dazzle you with grand gestures or to chase the spotlight. She's here to make waves quietly and leave an indelible mark. From her razor-sharp focus to her unconventional routines, the Sigma female rewrites the rules of what it means to be truly powerful. Her life is a masterclass in subtlety and strength, a dance of precision and independence. So, if you're ready to peel back the layers and discover the traits that set her apart from the crowd, buckle up. This journey through the world of the Sigma female will reveal how she achieves extraordinary things while remaining a captivating enigma. Number 1. They have unconventional routines. A Sigma female's life doesn't follow the typical 9-to-5 Monday through Friday blueprint. Her routines are anything but conventional, and that's what makes her so fascinating. She's the kind of person who might start her day at 4 a.m. with a yoga session while everyone else is still snoozing, then dive into a creative project before the sun even thinks about rising. By the time most people are sipping their morning coffee, she's already tackled half of her to-do list and probably meditated on it too. But don't think she's all about rigid schedules. Her routines are fluid, tailored to what she needs at the moment. One day she might spend hours deep in thought, strategizing her next move. The next, she could be out in nature, recharging and gaining inspiration. She's not interested in the rat race or in fitting into someone else's idea of productivity. Instead, she's designed her life in a way that allows her to be at her best, on her terms. Her unconventional routines aren't about being different for the sake of it. They're about optimizing her time and energy. She knows what works for her and doesn't feel the need to conform to society's expectations. While others might see her habits as quirky or even eccentric, she sees them as essential. They're what keep her grounded, focused, and always one step ahead. And here's the thing. Her routines might seem unpredictable from the outside, but they're incredibly intentional. Every action she takes, every routine she adopts is part of a bigger picture, one that she's carefully crafting. She's not just going through the motions. She's building a life that aligns with her values, passions, and goals. So if you ever wonder how she manages to stay so composed, so ahead of the game, it's because she's mastered the art of living on her own terms. Her routines are like a secret weapon, giving her the edge in a world that's often chaotic and overwhelming. She doesn't just survive, she thrives. And she does it all by following a rhythm that's uniquely her own. Number 2, they have unbeatable focus. A Sigma female's focus is something to behold. When she locks in on a goal, it's like the rest of the world fades into the background. Distractions, they don't stand a chance. You could practically set off fireworks next to her, and she wouldn't blink. She's that dialed in. It's not that she doesn't notice what's going on around her. It's just that once she's in the zone, nothing short of an emergency is going to pull her out of it. This level of focus is what sets her apart. While others might get sidetracked by the latest gossip or lose themselves in endless scrolling on their phones, she's busy making things happen. She's the type who, once she sets her mind on something, goes after it with laser precision. Her ability to concentrate isn't just a skill, it's a superpower. One that allows her to accomplish in a day what might take others a week. But here's the thing, her focus isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart. She doesn't waste time on things that don't matter. She's got an uncanny ability to cut through the noise and zero in on what's important. This means she's not just productive, she's efficient, knocking out tasks with an almost surgical precision. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what needs to be done and doing it well. And yes, it can be a little intimidating to witness. When she's in that zone, she's unstoppable, a force of nature that seems to have an endless well of determination. But it's not just raw willpower that keeps her going. It's the deep satisfaction she gets from seeing things through, from knowing that she's moving closer to her goals with every focused effort. Her focus isn't just intense, it's unwavering. She doesn't let herself get bogged down by doubts or second guessing. Once she's made up her mind, that's it, full steam ahead. And that's why she's so effective in everything she does. She's not scattered or easily swayed. She's deliberate, purposeful, and always moving forward with a clear sense of direction. So if you ever wonder how she manages to achieve so much, it's not magic. It's focus. An unbeatable, unshakable focus that allows her to cut through life's distractions and keep her eyes on the prize. And when you see her in action, there's no mistaking it. She's a woman on a mission and nothing is going to stand in her way. Number 3. They prefer listening over speaking. A Sigma female's preference for listening over speaking is like having a superpower that's both subtle and extraordinarily effective. She doesn't just nod along or feign interest, she actively absorbs every detail of the conversation. While others are busy waiting for their turn to talk, she's mentally filing away pieces of information like a detective gathering clues. It's not that she doesn't have things to say, she's simply discerning about when to use her words. Her quiet demeanor isn't a sign of disinterest, it's a strategic choice. By listening more than she speaks, she's able to understand the nuances of any situation, read between the lines, and gain insights that others might miss. She's the kind of person who can sit in a room full of chatter and come away with a clear grasp of what's really going on, often while others are still trying to piece together the basics. Her skill in listening also means she's incredibly intuitive. She picks up on the unspoken, the subtle shifts in tone, and the underlying motives that others might overlook. This makes her a master at navigating social dynamics and understanding people on a deeper level. It's like she has a built-in lie detector and emotional radar all rolled into one. And let's not forget, when she does choose to speak, it's often with a precision that leaves a lasting impact. Her words are well considered, poignant, and usually spot on. It's not about being silent for the sake of it. It's about choosing the right moment to speak up and making sure her words carry weight. So while others might be out there dominating conversations and vying for attention, the Sigma female is calmly observing and processing, knowing that the real power lies in listening. When she finally does chime in, her insights and observations are so on point that it's clear she's been carefully piecing together the puzzle all along. And that's what makes her presence so compelling. She's not just part of the conversation, she's often the one who truly understands it. Number 4. They walk alone. When you see a woman confidently striding through life solo, you're witnessing something rare. A Sigma female doesn't need a pack to validate her existence. She's perfectly content on her own, thank you very much. While others gather in cliques, trying to fit in or follow the crowd, she's off doing her own thing, completely unfazed by the noise. It's not that she's antisocial or aloof. She just knows that most group dynamics are a mix of drama and distraction, neither of which she has time or patience for. She's on a mission, and that mission is all about staying true to herself, even if it means walking alone. Her independence isn't just a choice, it's a lifestyle, one that's all about quality over quantity when it comes to relationships. She's the kind of woman who would rather spend an evening alone with a good book than waste time on shallow conversations at a party. Solitude isn't a punishment for her, it's a luxury. Being alone gives her the space to think, to dream, and to recharge without anyone else's energy clouding her judgment. And let's be clear, she doesn't walk alone because she has to. She does it because she wants to. She knows that real power comes from within, and she's not about to dilute that power by blending into a crowd. While others might feel insecure without the safety of numbers, she's comfortable in her own skin, fully aware that her worth isn't tied to how many people she's surrounded by. When you spot her walking alone, don't pity her, admire her. She's figured out that her own company is the only company she truly needs, and that's a kind of freedom most people will never know. She's the type who could walk into a room, completely own it, and still choose to leave without making small talk, not because she's rude, but because she simply values her time too much to waste it on meaningless chatter. And if you're lucky enough to catch her eye and hold her attention, it's not because she needs you. It's because you've somehow earned a place in her fiercely selective world. At number 5, they walk faster than the average person. If you ever notice a woman moving through a crowd like she's got somewhere important to be, chances are you're looking at a Sigma female. She doesn't just walk, she moves with purpose, as if the world's on her schedule, not the other way around. While everyone else is casually strolling or getting distracted by every little thing, she's already 10 steps ahead, quite literally. Her fast pace isn't about rushing, it's about efficiency. She knows exactly where she's going and doesn't see the point in wasting time getting there. Life is full of distractions, but a Sigma female has no interest in slowing down to engage with every trivial thing that comes her way. She's got places to be, goals to achieve, and frankly, she's not about to let anything slow her down. It's not just a walk, it's a statement. Her stride says, "I've got things to do, and I'm not here to mess around." You can almost see the gears turning in her mind as she moves. She's constantly thinking, planning, strategizing. While others might be leisurely taking in the sights, she's focused on the destination, her mind as sharp as her pace. And yes, it might seem like she's in a hurry, but don't mistake her speed for impatience. She's not rushing because she's late. She's moving quickly because she's got more important things on her agenda than wasting time on unnecessary delays. To her, every minute counts, and she's not about to let anyone or anything steal her precious time. You could say she's walking to the beat of her own drum, but really, she's marching to the rhythm of her ambition. There's no time for idle chatter or mindless wandering when there's a world out there to conquer. So if you're ever trying to keep up with a Sigma female, you better pick up the pace, because she's not slowing down for anyone. Number 6. They have a strong sense of personal boundaries. A Sigma female's boundaries are like an invisible force field, strong, unbreakable, and always in place. You won't see her compromising just to make others happy, and don't even think about trying to cross those lines. She's mastered the art of saying no without a hint of guilt, and if you push too hard, you'll quickly find out that her boundaries aren't just suggestions. They're non-negotiable terms of engagement. She knows exactly where she stands, and she makes sure everyone else knows too. Whether it's in her personal life, her career, or even casual interactions, she has this unspoken rulebook that's always in play. She doesn't need to raise her voice or throw a tantrum to make her point. She just has that look, that calm, collected vibe that lets you know she means business. And let's be honest, it's a little intimidating, but in the best way possible. She's not about to let anyone walk all over her, and that's something you can respect. You might not even realize you've hit a boundary until you see that subtle shift in her demeanor, a raised eyebrow, a pause in the conversation. And suddenly, you're rethinking your approach. But here's the kicker. She doesn't just set boundaries for the sake of it. Every line she draws is a reflection of her self-respect and her understanding of what she needs to thrive. She's not building walls to keep people out. She's setting up gates to make sure only the right ones get in. And when you do find yourself inside those boundaries, you know you've earned a spot, because she doesn't let just anyone into her world. So if you're thinking about pushing those limits, be prepared to face the consequences. A Sigma female doesn't have time for games, and she certainly doesn't have time for anyone who doesn't respect her space. Her boundaries aren't just about protecting herself, they're about ensuring that every relationship she has is built on mutual respect and genuine connection. And that's the kind of boundary setting we could all learn from. Number 7, they avoid the spotlight. A Sigma female has no interest in basking in the spotlight, and that's what makes her so intriguing. While others are busy clamoring for attention, trying to be seen and heard, she's quietly mastering her craft in the shadows. It's not that she's shy or lacking in confidence, far from it. She just knows that true power doesn't come from being the loudest in the room. It comes from being the most observant. She's the one who can walk into a space, size it up, and blend in seamlessly. Almost like she's got a cloak of invisibility. But don't mistake her low profile for a lack of presence. She's fully aware of everything happening around her, taking mental notes while others are distracted by the spotlight. She's not hiding. She's just choosing her moments wisely, letting others exhaust themselves, while she conserves her energy for when it really counts. The beauty of avoiding the spotlight is that it gives her a unique advantage. She doesn't need to be the center of attention to feel validated. In fact, she often finds it more productive to work behind the scenes, where she can observe, strategize, and act without the pressure of an audience. It's in these quiet moments that she's most powerful, pulling strings and making moves that others won't even see coming until it's too late. What's even more impressive is that she could easily steal the spotlight if she wanted to. She's got the skills, the intellect, and the presence to do so. But she chooses not to. She knows that being constantly in the limelight often comes with distractions, drama, and expectations she has no interest in entertaining. Instead, she prefers to keep a low profile, flying under the radar while quietly achieving her goals. And when she does step into the spotlight, it's with a purpose. She's not there to soak up the applause or to stroke her ego. She's there because it's necessary, because the situation demands it. And when that moment comes, everyone else suddenly realizes they've been playing checkers while she's been mastering chess all along. Her power lies not in being seen, but in knowing exactly when and how to make herself seen. Number 8, they are selective about social gatherings. When it comes to social gatherings, the Sigma female is remarkably selective, like she's got a VIP list that only a chosen few get to be on. She's not the type to show up at every party or hangout just because it's on the calendar. Instead, she carefully curates her social calendar, making sure that each event she attends aligns with her interests, values, or personal goals. Think of her approach as an exclusive club where entry is granted based on substance, not just availability. She's not interested in small talk for the sake of it or attending events that lack real significance. Her time is precious, so she's not about to waste it on gatherings that don't offer genuine connection or meaningful interactions. It's not about being aloof. It's about choosing quality over quantity. This selectiveness doesn't mean she's antisocial. Far from it. It's more that she values her own company and the company of those who bring something truly worthwhile to the table. When she does choose to show up, you can bet she's fully present, engaged, and contributing in a way that adds value to the occasion. Her approach might seem enigmatic to those who are more spontaneous or who feel obligated to attend every event, but it's all part of her strategic playbook. By being discerning about where she invests her time, she ensures that her social interactions are as fulfilling and impactful as possible. So, if you're lucky enough to be on her guest list, you're in for a genuine connection and a meaningful exchange. Because she's not just there to fill a seat, she's there to make a difference. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video to support our channel. Share it with friends who'd love to learn more about Sigma females, and leave your thoughts and questions in the comments below. We love hearing from you and can't wait to dive into the conversation. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now and God bless you.